What the juck is up, everybody? Jando here, back at it again with another video. This intro, holy! Alright, so this is going to be another. Look, I have ideas of. I have two main thoughts for this video. I want to talk about progression, and I want to talk what I want to do with this channel going forward. Like before, when I used to make videos, it was what? 50-50 kind of like edited videos, and then like there was some just like boss clears or training vids or bursting on classes and whatnot. I'm not sure. Look, I haven't fully decided what I want to do. I think my favorite content right now to make is just uh, hitting the record button and just yapping for like 15 to 30 minutes. I like the idea of like a daily WAP series where you pop a small WAP, you open up this video, and we just hang out. That's like what I'm kind of thinking of. Let me pop some buffs for this. I don't have any active. God damn it. Alright, you know what? Don't worry, it's juiced enough to just clear this if I don't die. Anyway, yeah, so progression and content. Content going forward, I'm just make videos what the fuck I want. If I find something that interests me, I'll make a video. Try and dodge it. You didn't dodge everything. That's one. You think after doing dodge every time, I'd get better at actually clearing the screen, but no. I did that, man. Oh. Anyway, so I wanted to talk today about progression. And it's probably one of the reasons that brought me back to MapleStory. I had like a taste of it when I played the boss meta when it basically first came out, or I came like mid. It was like boss meta was like the meta to make money, and it was like the bee's knees. And I loved making it, like gearing up the mules. That's why I'm still doing Gollix in this character. I don't have to do arc. I have bosses to do, but let's switch. And it was just really, really nice to just progress these characters because they were all solo progression. I didn't get carried for anything. It was just they started off as 3-door mules, and they got into Vellum, Pap, fucking Akechi. Min cutting or min clearing Akechi is it's not a fun experience. But it did feel rewarding to gear them up, and it's why I have like I think I have like 14 or 15 Lomian mules because I enjoyed the process so much. And now here I'm coming back to the game, and C10 mules are more of a thing, especially with arcane boxes being tradable with discounts now, which is a blessing. See, I topped it out and did Dark World Trips, dailies or weeklies on like 10 characters. That's how all my boss builds got so now I have to just get basically one character a week with Lumion drops. Or hard Lumion drops, which was the things you do. But with the advent okay, that's fine. Ignore my mechanics. But it was this now like I came back to the game and a League Champions at me. And it got me thinking, well, this is actually kind of nice because I really want to send characters to the same level as my Blaster and Dell. I'm also pro Blaster level, mainly just living them, and that's why I really enjoyed the Ren. It's a new server, new goals, new stretch goals, and there is a clear defined like goal, and I knew the process of getting there. I was about to just walk out of here without getting my coins. And that was one of the things that like now I wrote back to the game. And in a nutshell, like progression is just a fun system that I kind of build my life around. Like I'm progressing health and fitness wise, and now I'm progressing in Maple wise. And one of the biggest issues when you are like, say, if you're goal oriented, there's only so many things you can do to achieve that goal. It's going to get to a point where the only thing you can do is just wait. You just have to do nothing. And then as long as you keep doing your like basically your dailies, you will reach your goal. And this is where the interesting thing Maple comes through, is that Maple's a nice time killer. And sure, there are other games, but I can progress in the mushroom game and in real life at the same time. I don't need to wait for my cooldowns in real life to wear off, because I can go to MapleStory. And then I don't need to wait for my cooldowns in MapleStory to wear off. I can just do, look, they line up. I may be coping here, trying to make MapleStory a game that isn't a huge time sink. And I'm a broke bitch, so let's go back to the shade. There's all my money. But this is where I'm getting at. The progression through the game just helps plan out things nicer. Feels like a nice little calendar here where you can see where everything's coming up. But you know what? Let's do it here. So, for progression wise, the Wren's in Challenger World. The Hido is being fed dailies. Now, I like this idea of just feeding dailies into a single character. And the Hido, when I came back, was like, I think it was 225. Yeah, it was in Arcana. And it's been, I want to say 2 months of just doing Monster Park and Symbol dailies, and it's 255. And I'm probably spending, with Monster Park, that's probably a time sink. It's a good 30 minutes, probably 20. But look, the Shade was today. That got to 260 in like half an hour. I'm now going to be gearing this up to be a C10 mil. And then we have, so how to rework, kind of rework. I'm probably going to do the Kana next to 260. And then if we go deep into my characters, maybe the arc is going to get boosted because Legion as well has a decent Legion effect, which is just strength. You get 20 flat strength EV. The Mojwang is going to be another project that I'm working on, and then same with the Wild Hunter when it gets remastered. And then of course Challenger 3 gearing up a 0 because I don't have one, which is going to be nice, fun times. Also prepping the name Jucko for the 0, which I think is a lot of fun. Alright, so that's like the end goal, and it's nice, cool. I have something to look forward to. Challenger World 3, I'll be learning a new class. I'll be doing all these new goals, new systems in place, and it should be a ton of fun. I have a bunch of things expiring. Yippee. Boxes, look at this, so many episodes. I just need to do something with them now. I also have some strawberry tickets to slowly raise my Legion, which is now, it's getting higher. Not 9115, and it's going to be, I think, plus. Do I have a 200 in my thing? I do. So we plus like 80 levels. So I'll be close to 9.2k when the rank gets transferred. That's fun. Let's go back. But yeah, it's nice to just slowly progress. And I think one of the biggest enablers of like this progression is I'm still doing the boss mules. And because I'm grinding on Challenger World, this Cronus account wouldn't really get fed any money because I'm not training. But because I am still doing my weeklies of all these bosses, I am still getting, I think I'm getting 30 bill a week. No, that's with the rent. Without the rent, I think it's about 25. And it's slowly getting better as my lads are getting stronger to clear higher content. So the idea is that I'm slowly pushing characters to certain breakpoints and then bring up guys below it to slowly have an army of C10 meals. I'm not like, I'm not sure how juiced I want to gear him, but look, you're getting 25 bill a week. You're gonna have like anywhere between 100 bill and whatever, depending between Star Force events, to just juice some characters. And sure, I could like push like my Adele to higher level. It's like 200 CP, but I'm capped between mechanics, and I don't really want to like do party bossing. I like the solo progression, So if I've hit this wall, what do I do? Well, in the meantime, do I just hoard resources, or do I have some fun playing new characters? And I gotta say, I had fun playing new characters. I'll do some more fun. So just waste my burst. Yippee. Yeah, but, and yeah, so and at the end of the day, it's like, if I'm just doing dailies, that's something, if I can't do much, just log in, get the dailies out of the way, and that's it. But thanks to all these events, I also do an hour of farming, and thanks to this new, what's the event called? The, do I even have it unlocked? It's this one, the fucking 50k mobs a day. So that's like 2.5, 3 hours of farming. Hey look, it's like you're forced to capping portals anyway. So it's like, it's more of a bonus if anything. And look, when you farm on a brand, it's super cheap. So that does mean I am putting in, fuck, probably 4 hours a day. But look, it's a hobby, and as long as your hobby doesn't impair your responsibilities in real life, and you're not harming anyone, including yourself, hey, all the power to you. So that's what, 12 minutes of yapping. Do I have any more things to speak about? Progression. And content. I should really, you know what, going forward, I want to start taking some notes. Just because I don't want to keep like talking in circles. Like I'm supposed to make things at least somewhat entertaining. And I don't think people want to watch just Monster Park. Like, what's that? You're doing dailies, so you want to watch someone do dailies while you do dailies? But yeah, progression fun. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. I think I spoke it a little bit in my other video. But yeah, MapleStory should be seen as a marathon. You're not in this to get rich quick or reach the end game. I also saw the potential, it's like what, I think 600 build to reach late game. And then it's like 3 trill to reach end game. Those are some nice numbers. But hey, cube sale is twice a year. I mean, they'll be saving regardless. Because if you're cubing that much, you're going to wait for cube sale. And I think that's why it's a marathon rather than a sprint, is that these events are few and far between. And it's like, because these events exist, because they're few and far between, it promotes this, I'm going to save for months and then splurge. And it can leave a very, like, this is where it like differs. Like compared to, say you're going to the gym. Going once, not much. Going for a week, it's still not that much either. But go for months, it's going to be a slow and steady increase. There isn't a single day where you suddenly get all these insane gains. No, it is gradual. Whereas in MapleStory, no, it's literally a full day of clicking buttons. And then after that, months and months of work will be either put into your gear and your CP has increased by a couple of digits or hopefully more, or your spares are gone. And like you get this feeling of, it's like a food coma. You feel lethargic, you feel a little lost. And I had this huge back when I used to play in 2021. Like when Nadal came out and I spent all my money, but I only got 275. I didn't want to farm again. Like I had spent months farming. I think it was like 400 bill. And it's like cool. Like I don't want to do it again. I think that's it definitely differs in this game, and that's why I think if they made these events more frequent, it would reduce that whiplash from having to splurge so much money. But if it's say cube sale, I'm not sure if I don't want to alternate them every week. I think ideally every second Sunday you have a Sunny Side Force event and cube sale. And look, I am speaking for heroic mainly because it's mainly affects heroic. But yeah, cube sales every 2 weeks. Sunny Star Force every 2 weeks. And that means people could farm roughly, I want to say anywhere between 20. So look, if you have boss mules, assuming you have boss mules, you can make anywhere between 20 and like what, 90 bill in those 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks you will be able to do something, be able to make some gains. You don't have to feel like you will miss out or lose. But another issue arises is that if it's every 2 weeks, do you even have the gear to be able to Star Force? But then it's fine because all you gotta do is wait another 2 weeks. And then every other Sunday, you just make it a rune day. That way, there's always something to look forward to on a Sunday. You're either training or you're gearing up, upgrading shit. And like we already see it in Challenge World 3. They're bringing Sunny Star Force every second Sunday, which is, I think it's a great boon. It should just be in heroic worlds as a permanent feature. I think that would reduce the absolute whiplash or fatigue you feel after using so much resources at once. But again, it's hard to see the big picture. Like, would that really help the game? I think it would. I think it would be a great addition. And again, there shouldn't be a need for these events anyway. There should just be the base rate. I think if you making these events such a thing, just it does add. Well, they're designed to add FOMO to the course. It's like, oh, you must upgrade these days. If you don't, you're going to be behind. And what's that? You have no resources? Well, swipe your credit card. You can't do that in heroic. You know they should have fixed this. Heroic should have been the base game of MapleStory when it first came out. That's it. I think this game does it pioneered a toxic way to make money through microtransactions. One of the first games to have microtransactions. And it's in an interesting spot now. It's so weird. I wish they did more to make like creating revenue from heroic like more player friendly. I'm on the fence that you should just go crazy with cosmetics. But they've gone the battle pass route. Look, maybe this is why so coming back hasn't been so difficult. Is that a lot of the practices I see in this game, I got used to in gacha games. So it's fine I come back to a battle pass. It's fine I can spend 30k NX for a Genesis pass and get my weapon faster. Hey, it comes with a 3% attack soul. That's so difficult to get. What value? Yeah, gacha games do the exact same shit. Where it's like, oh, you spend $1, you get 3,000% value. Incredible. But then they do shit like the Frontier Pass, which is like 50k NX versus the Challenger Pass, which was like what? I think it was 30, maybe 20. Like the Challenger Pass was so good. You got so many free resources. Not free, but the value of it was definitely up there. Meanwhile, the Frontier Pass, you're like half the goods for twice the price. They can be a bit more fair. Same with I didn't realize, but Urda Booster was a thing. That thing is nuts. It's like 40 frags, and you got to pay. I think it is 30k NX for something. The price is ridiculous. I think they could have made so much more money if they bracketed it into a like similar to. I don't like quoting Koyoverse and how they do things, but it is the only reason I am quoting it is because it is something that has worked and does work quite well. Because you want to create tiers of people able to buy in. First, it's the monthly pass, which is great value. You get X amount of resources per day by logging in. Whereas I think in the Early Booster is like if you don't do it every single day, like you lose like a weekly bonus. Yeah, it's look. Microtransactions, generating FOMO, and it is inherently a toxic practice, but if you have it anyway, you may as well try and make it as best as possible so it's both user-friendly and it supports the devs. It is a topic to talk about. And it kind of, again, it relates to progression because, like, this game is all about progression. And the reason you swipe is to make progression faster. Like that's the gimmick. That's how you can make a play to win game. Also, like pseudo play to win. It's like gacha games do it all the time. Like you pay for convenience, you pay to make progression go faster, you pay to make things easier. Now look, well, I don't think it's a fair practice, but it makes sense. People don't have time. Time is our most valuable resource. And if people don't want to spend all this time investing into the game, with time, they can just use money. If you've got disposable income, go crazy. But at the same time, like the thing about this game that makes this game great is that you are progressing, you're slowly inching your way forward to getting better, getting stronger, and then you practice bosses and you slowly progress, learning the boss mechanics, and then you clear the boss, you feel elated, then it becomes a part of your weekly rotation, eventually get dropped, you get stronger, so you can face the next boss, or you can do challenges like min clears, what have you. Paying money makes that sure go faster. But if you get to the point where you just one-shot bosses, you pay out all the challenge in the game. It's like there's no look that makes it fun. That takes the fun out of the game. It's like, oh, I've reached the destination. Cool, now what? That's the point. The journey was the part of the game. Like this, it's a never-ending journey. This game. You max out one character, cool, you make a mule, you make a Legion champion, you go next. You have another challenger waiting for you. If you just fast forward, you lose an aspect of the game. This is why I'm so content with, let's just raise all these characters all at once. Sure I could, look, I spend what? Like half an hour a day on this character. I could have easily put that half an hour into my rant. Cool, 30 more minutes. And that's perfectly reasonable. Like, sure, you may like that. Hyper invest all resources on one character, get that character strong enough. But I also like seeing other characters grow. I'm also extremely excited for their hider rework because I don't like their up jump. Having to double tap up, I can't do it here. I did lock it for a time, but it was on my W key, which is my up jump key for my current classes. But it's where I also have rope lift. But not having a standard up jump, I'm looking forward to. Looking forward for this 43 mil to see what it can do. And that's why I geared up my item. And I thought to myself, well, they may release rewards, but I think TMS did release some rewards for leveling up the Hayato, and like the newly created ones, rewards aren't that too crazy. I was kind of waiting to see if they gave us a hyper burn. And look, GMAs may be different. But I was like, fuck it, this Hayado's already kind of cracked. Let's just pleb level it up. I have been enjoying its progression through its gear, through its leveling it up. It's only 260. It's kind of crazy. The shade went at 260 in like a half an hour, whereas this thing has taken like 2 months just doing dailies to get to the same point. It'll be interesting to learn a new character in this class. I was thinking about getting the Jenny Pass, and I may change my mind. Because like both, I'm not going to get into the Blaster, because the Blaster can already clear C10, and it will just naturally get enough juice to clear. But this Hayato is using a fake arcane, and may benefit quite a bit from the Jenny Pass. And then I can learn how to do the Dark Knell and Diesel on this character. But like my Ren, I think was at 40 C4, so I was able to do that. But it also had the crazy challenger curve. But I think yeah, with the rework, I think the class does become a little more. Like I've tried to learn the delayed burst on this character, and it does not jive with me. Does not jive with me one bit. All right, we've got 3 minutes. Is there anything else I'll talk to today? I should, I guess, wrap it up with some content ideas. As I blank on what to talk about. I may do some bossing content. I'm not sure really. It's so strange. Because I'm effectively just rambling. Maybe it's a bit of a stretch to make these the length of a lap. So yeah, some ideas I have is like some boss practice videos, like some highlights of my struggle runs of trying to learn how bosses function. I could do a video on how I learn, how I go about learning a new boss. So I did have to, when I did return to the game, Lotus was different, but pretty straightforward when you just have a billion damage. I still don't know completely what Lotus does, but I just clear it instantly to get damage for it. And it's like, I think most bosses up until Black Mage have you just dodge. Like, you don't need to think about anything. It's like, cool, just dodge his attacks. That's really it. But Black Mage has unique mechanics with Curse, and then in Phase 3 it has the unique ducking mechanic, which is then a feature going forward. And I think bosses, I'm not sure if Black Mage has them, but Saren definitely does cooldown from their attacks. You can kind of know when they're going to use an attack, because they have internal cooldowns, which is very interesting. So when I came back, I had to learn. I think Dark Knell was probably the hardest, and that was even with them being easier. Because they removed the balls coming from the ceiling. But Dark Knell now is like super simple. So it's like there's a point where it's like once you know enough, cool, you can just do the boss. You just. Yeah, I may make that video. Again, the balance is, do I make videos like this, which are super easy? I just yap for 30 minutes. I don't have to edit anything. Record and ship it. Done. Or do I invest more time, edit them up, put through some footage, and stuff like that. So it's a cost-benefit analysis. And again, I only do this because I enjoy it. I'm only making this video because I enjoy yapping as much as I can. And look at that, I did it. I have made it to the 30-minute mark. I hope your WAP went well. I'll be WAPing soon. And being reminded of a couple more coupons and get back out there. Alright. Thank you for watching. Go trust yourself, and I'll catch you all in the next one.